This assignment, we're going to be working on the Andy Warhol pop art portrait, made famous by the pop art movement, also made famous by Andy Warhol. So let's get started. We want to create a new document. So we're going to go File in Photoshop, File New. We're going to go in here, and as you can see, we'll pick Print, and we're going to go up here in the details. Let's give it a name, Pop Art Portrait. Okay, and the specs I gave you were 8 by 8 at 150. So let's hit create. So I have my new document here. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to go into my master folder. I go to my desktop, go to my master folder and Photoshop, and you'll see the other previous projects that we've done for Photoshop, the fruit bowl and the Nike shoe. So you need to, first things first, is you need to take a portrait. And as you can see, it's me. And I wanted to do a silly, funny looking picture. And that really doesn't get any funnier or sillier than that. So in the classroom, I went into the studio and I used the green screen background. It's just a lot easier to select what I want to keep and what I want to use. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make a square selection, okay? Because don't forget, this pop art portrait is going to be square, okay? And when you take your selfie, make sure it's lit well. You want to take it in the classroom, okay? I don't really like the ones how they turn out at home. I want a new picture with a face, with a funny face, an angry face, something unique, not just a bland, boring looking face. And I want it shot in the studio with the good lighting, against the green background or black or white, as long as it has a solid color. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our square tool right here, and we are going to make a square selection. So how do you do that? If I just click and drag, as you can see, it's not square. And if you see the little black box on the corner, it says 22 wide by 17 high. And that would be the measurements of the square. So you could sit here and try really, really hard to line this up to the exact number like that. Or all you have to do is hold down the shift key. You remember in other projects, you use the shift key a lot, the command key, the control key. It does a lot of different features for the tool. So I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to click and drag, and look what it does. It makes a perfect square the whole time I hold on. Okay. So I'm going to drag this and make my square, okay? Then I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go to my pop art portrait, and I'm going to paste into. Now, most phones are very good quality, so you're going to have to resize your image, okay? So this is a pretty simple process to do with your first image. You know, just make it a decent size, okay? And the first thing you want to do is make a duplicate. So go over to layer 1. And make another duplicate, okay? We're going to go back to layer 1 over here and just turn it off. This is going to be an extra in case we make a mistake and we have to go back and fix it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Image, and we're going to go to Adjustments, and we're going to go to Threshold, okay? Now, as you can see, it does a pretty cool effect, and it starts off right in the middle, and you want to move it around. Okay, it's really up to you where you want to put it, but you want to be able to make sure that you can see who the person is. Like, you don't want to do something like this because you can't make out who the individual is, and you also don't want to go too bright. So maybe you want to be probably right around here in the middle. Okay, so now I like what I have. I'm going to hit OK, and now I'm going to take this as my first image. Okay. And I'm going to start making duplicates, and I'm going to finish the project. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video.